Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, today is not my first map. It's my second map. Unfortunately, I don't have a sting for that. And I'm not going to get one recorded. But yes, my second map. It's got some nice feels to it. Based on a geographic location with a little bit of liberty taken, it does okay. I think it comes pretty close, pretty close. Another way of coming really close though is by having a successful bingo card, which you can pick up, yes, following the link in the description across my Patreon page. It's free, just pick it up, click on it, select one at random, or two or three, I don't care how many you play, and have some fun playing BonBonBingo, where you just listen out for the memes and click them off as you find them, basically. Right, okay, so what about this map? Should we review it, or should I do something different today? A little bit of Rocket League, I fancy a bit. Oh, okay, it's a Cities Skylines show, let's do it, shall we? That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Nia Bay, I told you it comes close, by Mick Moen. Mick Moen? Moen. That sounds Dutch to me, I could be wrong. Let's have a look at that start square. That looks pretty good. I would say that looks interesting and diverse and different and fun. And then if you want to have a look at the terrain heights, we've got limited amount of flat buildable space, but I would say it definitely is workable today. Resources are good and strong in the areas that you're going to want them. And then if you have Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, it's not that exciting, but hey, listen, it always works, doesn't it? It always works. Off to the workshop. Oh, what do we need? Well, no DLC is required today apart from mass transit. Yeah, you knew that one was coming too. We'll be using the See the Valley 4K theme and the realistic 1.2 LUT. Nicely written description. I do appreciate that. And they do say that a little bit, can do the road and rail simultaneously. You've got a little bit of encroaching foliage on the rail, you might notice there. They do mention... Come here now, girl. Hello, welcome to a little bit of take 3, third time attempt at working City Skylines in the snow. Yes, I'm going to keep a careful eye on my my stream. We've had a little bit of what looks like bandwidth or something problem. I have reset the router, stroke router, depending on where you are in the world. You know, regulars will know how much I hate the word route. It does not sound right. I mean, it does in the event of in a battle where one army routes the other. It's a different sort of route, right? Okay, I can live with route in terms of massacring. Oh god, this is bad, isn't it? I'm going down a really tense. I'm not okay with people massacring other people, but in the word for a massacre or something like that, a route, yes. But router, or one route to another location. Oh, I hate that. Oh, it just, I can let the Americans have certain things. I cannot let them have that. I'm sorry, guys. British English wins with that one. Alright, so looking at the stream looks stable. Maybe just needed the reset. The router reset. The triple R. The big triple B does a triple R. Anyway, what the plan is today is for me to kill about an hour. So here we go. We're going to kill an hour. This is Bonhaven. The central island is starting to get a bit of the high density demand coming in here, and medium density. This is getting a bit of a third dimension, which is what this main island is meant to be in the long term. So this is good. I don't know exactly how it's going to look when it's done, but this is good, right? We have a bit of a fire. Oh, the fire. In the thumbnail, you may have noticed my two friends in the fire. Well, waiting outside the fire. At the moment, the fire doesn't look too impressive. Mind you, I haven't started the simulation yet. But I think they're waiting outside for the fire brigade to arrive. Dad. I'm assuming he's Dad. I mean, he's a reasonably looking fella. I mean, just look at the texture again. Look at the beautiful textures in the fleece. You can even see the zip. Is that a zip? Maybe it's not a zip, but and then you have his gorgeous son. I'm assuming genders. Gorgeous son. Okay. Don't have nightmares, people. Don't have nightmares. Let's come all away from that, shall we? Oh, hello. Yeah, I thought we had buffering. I got in panic mode then. You know, we are not allowed buffering. Right, if I start the simulation, we'll probably get smoke coming out of this building. There we go. I started the fire with the space bar. I am to blame. But anyway, yes, that is that's quite a fire. In fact, is that the bike rack on fire, or is that the shed? The bike rack. Oh no! Quick, hang on. I think I'm gonna need a screenshot of this. How we get a good location for the screenshot? There it is. Got it. I'm just going to go and save that into a location. There we go. That's going to be going up on social media. Couldn't resist it. Hey! Right, so we are off. We are running. And we are streaming. And we've got a steady stream, apparently. Right, so the plan. Okay, so since the last build, I did say we were going to have filled out this area down here. I did kind of intend the end of this peninsula to be industrial, but it's actually quite hilly. And I'm not a big fan of retooling the terrain to make something work. I'll retool to a degree, and there is a little bit of terraform work here just to flatten things out a bit. But I didn't really want to, here, if you come down to the end here, you can see how we are quite hilly at the end there. You can see the climb here. It's quite a steep climb with just the angle of the rocks you can make out there. So I didn't really fancy turning that into industrial. It just didn't feel correct. So it's low density residential all the way to the end. We've got a bit of room there for commercial along this side of the road as well. That's now connected up to the mainland over here, but not to the highway yet. That's going to require some kind of intersection, which I'm not in the mood to do now. Although we may be doing an intersection within this next hour, because I'm looking at how things are going to connect over this side. This is my main side as I'm looking. This is the main road into the start square, and I want to just customize this a little bit. I have some ideas, because we also have over here, we have the rail line. This is the one rail line on the map. This is the Lakelands map. And this rail line here obviously goes nowhere near anywhere that's of any use to us. Let me just move the pen before I stab myself with it. Right, so I've got a couple of ideas. Here's my thinking. First of all, with the rail. Hang on a second. Do I want the simulation running at the moment? Let me have a quick look. See at. We might just hit the next milestone if I leave the simulation running. Bit of passive points. We'll do that. So yeah, my thoughts are. I'm going to want a passenger station. I think I'm just going to do one for the city, and then do everything else via subway, taxis, maybe some ferries, possibly. I haven't really thought too much about ferries, but possibly. Excuse me. So anyway, excuse me, I am croaky. I'm back again. So I'm thinking down somewhere here for the main station. I'm not entirely sure where, though. There's a couple of ways I could do it. There's drawing the line off here and following the highway. Getting an up and over on the highway. Let's get the line. Let's get the contours on. There's. Oh, hang on. Didn't want that on. Thank you. That's the one. Getting the contours on. Bringing the rail line up and over. Following some of these. So where are we? So yeah, we're going to want an incline to about this point here. Crossing over, joining the elevation of the hills along this way, possibly a tunnel through this hill here, and then staying elevated to cross over the highway that we've got here and having the station in the center of this area there. Kind of feels like a place, because this hill does feel quite imposing. It does take out a lot of space here. So I'm not sure that I want a rail station there. But maybe over in this area. Or maybe here. Maybe here, just to keep the, you know, if we're going to have this as residential, we're going to want it a little way away from the railway station. So possibly, actually, we might squeeze it in that space there, depending on how big it is. So it should fit. It's got to fit, surely. Right, so that's plan for the passenger, and then we just do a little rail triangle here. So that's how I think we just draw that in. That bog standard simple, yeah. Then for freight, what I'm thinking here is we have the industrial down this way. And there's also, we have on the go, there's forestry at the top of this road. Not much at the moment, but we'd have some forestry there. And we do have some ore mining. Forgot where it is, all the way at the top here. So I'm thinking not far off of the highway down this way to have the freight terminal. I reckon that could work in this area. It's quite flat. I think that might be the plan there. And then that's fairly quick and easy access for all the industries to get straight down to the rail line and just start shipping their stuff out. I think that's the plan. Right, anyway, we have plenty of demand, including a little bit of high density. So let's do a bit of rezoning for high density. And I'm going to do that along here, I think. And we'll do that with pause simulation for a moment. Do that. Do a little bit of bulldozing along here. And we will dezone that. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about that? A 4 and a 4. Just trying to get a bit of space between the buildings. I made that mistake with these two. They're right beside each other. Tempted to rezone it so it goes just one space over. I might do that when we're getting a bit of consistent high density demand. Right, so should get a couple of nice buildings pop up there. And that's basically eating up all of my high density demand in one sitting. Now, one other thing I want to do, I think, is with this trumpet intersection, which works really well for a start square, but does nothing for this vast expanse of space over here, which we are obviously going to build into. So what I'm thinking is we're just going to plot down the big bugger interchange, which would be this one. 4-level stack interchange. Somewhere, if I were to align it something like this, something like that, so that the highway kind of lines up at the top and the bottom, and then the only thing that I've got to look at is how it feeds off to our left, because that is climbing up the hill, which I didn't realise was quite such a big hill. So I might have to retool the left side of that interchange, but the other three seem good. It gives us more room as well for the railway station, gives us more room for housing before we push over the other side of the highway. I reckon that that could work. How close are we to our next milestone? It might just be a question of bulldozing and placing it, and we'll get to the next milestone. In fact, I'm sure it would be. We're going to need to buy the tiles. In fact, let's do that now. Let's see. Even just buying the tiles might be enough, right? I think we're going to have to do something about that many. Oh, I don't know how many, actually. Really don't know how many. It might have to be something like that. Right, well, buying the tiles didn't get me the XP, but that's okay. I might have to buy this one. Just thinking about how many I'm gonna need to connect it all together. But it's okay, we're gonna get a whole bunch of tiles in a minute anyway. Or tile permits anyway. Right, so let's have a little look-see at, does that fit? I think it does. That's all going to fit inside our tiles that we just bought. So all I need to do is pause the simulation and get the freaking bulldozer out. Alright, okay. Those people that are on the intersection already, be aware that you're going to be driving on snow in a moment. Also, this highway down here, I'm going to drop this down to a 4-lane road long before there. But first jobs first. We are in bulldoze mode. Right. Oh dear. All this snow, doesn't it make you think of Christmas? Probably not if you're Snoozeby and you're in Australia. I imagine Christmas is not something that is really associated with snow. That much. Not sure how many of these are. Alright, so probably something about there. Let's see how our intersection fits. Not too bad. As they say, not too bad at all. I need to take back some of this. I want to upgrade it all anyway, so do you know what? I'm going to take back all of this. Right, so that now is no longer a problem. And we can stump down. Oh, speaking of stump, well, it's more stuck than stump. Watched the new Doctor Who, the third part of the 60th anniversary specials, and Neil Patrick Harris was absolutely amazing. I mean, he's always been an amazing actor. Overlapping items, slope too steep. No, don't tell me we can't because of that hill. I might have to terraform that out just to pop this down, then terraform it back in. That's annoying. Overlapping items, is that the power lines? What overlapping items? Oh, it's, yes, those power lines. Well, we can fix that without too many concerns. Require me just to take these all the way down to there. I will connect up the power lines Might do it underground actually. Might as well. Just extend the underground. Gotcha. You are connected. Good. And all the way up to here. All the way across to there. And then this extended bit here is gone. Right, so that's one of my two problems dealt with. It's this slope too steep, which is going to be the problem. Or is it? It's not unhappy now. I'm surprised. Well, took out the power lines. The power lines was the cause of the slope too steep. Error message, so it would seem. G'day, Snoozebee. Merry Christmas. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. We're still too far away. According to my mother, my late great mother, whose birthday it would be tomorrow. Well, it is tomorrow. Christmas doesn't start until after her birthday's been done. So that is tomorrow. We can start Christmas on the 14th, right? That's when we're allowed to start talking about it being Christmas.
Welcome, Professor. So a housing
That's the one there. Oh, excuse me. Okay, now I think we're gonna do 2-lane highways. It's got to be this way, isn't it? Surely. And it's got to be.
Certain metrics, perhaps, yes, in the short term. I like the sound of that.
To that, and then
statistical abstraction and its effect on the human.
Thank you, Professor.
Is it just going to be? Will I switch that off? I haven't. No, I have.
Interesting news from the city's export division. Sources tell us that our city has more services than we know what.
Oh, that's a bit wonky.
And you know what that means? It means we're not.
Okay, try that again.
No, the point is we're selling it and bringing money in.
There we go. That's a bit better. I mean, it's not amazing, and I could do better if I wanted to.
Enjoying a positive trade balance, and the economy is booming.
I kind of do want to a little bit. Kind of do want to a little bit. Let's do it. Can we get away with directly? It'll do. It actually will do. Now, all we've got to do is connect up back to these and the curved road tool. Bringing it in. That's pretty smooth. Over this end, we've got to do something similar. Messed that up. I've clicked in the wrong place. I'll try that again. Right, come on. It's not uber difficult, surely. I'm trying to find. I could bring it back the other way. Might be easier. Yeah, a little bit. That's the one. Straight roads. Got it. So we now have the mother of all interchanges. How am I with this slope though? I don't like it, but it's not something we really need to worry about right now. I've got a feeling we are going to end up angling that road off in that direction, and we'll link up the slip roads when we need to. But for now, we don't need to. Apparently. How close am I to... Hang on. 28 points. Is that it? Oh, God. Okay. Have we got anywhere over here we can pop down a little bit of light density? We have. Just a little bit. For what it's worth. Then we'll go for a bit of medium along here. And along there. Medium row housing. We'll get there at the moment. We'll start the simulation. Not going to get the passive unless I start the simulation, am I? There we go. That sorts out my medium demand. More than sorts it out. Okay. No, snow is not a thing, clearly. Like heat waves. That's like rub it in. I haven't had a true heat wave in a few years now. Really? The last one was 53 degrees. 53 degrees. Depends what you refer as a heat wave. This is the thing. I mean, we got to 40 degrees for the first time ever in the UK was it this summer? Was it last summer? I know the summers are like, when you get to our age, well, my age, 1 year rolls into another and you lose track of what's what. But yeah, we hit 40 degrees here and basically the country ground to a halt. Well, we are not, we're not, our houses aren't built for it. We don't have air conditioning, generally speaking, at all. Some stores do, not all stores. I mean, my store doesn't. My building is a cold building, and you can't heat it. You know, my living room is currently, hang on, it's 12 Celsius. Right, mind you, I haven't got any heating on, and I just had my electricity bill through, and it frightened the bejesus out of me. And I mean, I'll start working just over an hour, so it's pointless me having the heating on. It's just going to be, you know, it's going to be on the waste. I might put it on for an hour tonight. But yeah, 12 Celsius is my living room, and my shop floor will be about maybe 5 or 6 Celsius, and that's it. If I have air conditioning on, everything freezes. Oh, I don't know. Okay, let's do something here, right? We're definitely gonna want a way of accessing these. Roundabout is going to be needed, isn't it? About here. So yes, I'm used to the cold. I do moan about it because I'm British. Hey, I've got I'm in city mode. Small city. It's a major step forward. One step closer to greatness. Right, so that's 2.5 million. Thanks, skies. 10 tiles, 10 points, 15 tiles. Progression panel. What have we got here? We've got high-speed highways. Removes highway speed limits. Traffic flows faster, but noise pollution increases and traffic accidents are slightly more likely. Okay, right. Combustion engine ban. Fuel-burning vehicles are forgiven forgiven. We forgive you. Forbidden from entering unless they belong to district residents or businesses. This reduces noise and air pollution. That's a nice one. I like that. City promotion. There you go. Advertising increases the city's attractiveness, which brings in more tourists. This unfortunately also increases the crime rate around tourist attractions. We haven't got any tourist attractions yet, but, well, I've got a few parks. But we will work on that. We've got an increased loan limit. Brilliant. And some high density skyscrapers. Oh my god, this is what I've been waiting for, right? What comes next? Loan limits. Have we now got... Is that the last of our things? That's the last of our things. We now have everything. We're officially in city mode. So we are now able to basically... There's nothing more to unlock. It's just all about development points now to be able to move on. But I wanted to put a road in or something, didn't I? Let's go with a medium road, because I think this one might get a little bit cozy busy, right? Let's bring you to there. You to... I'll bring it out a little bit further, actually. We'll plop in the world's biggest roundabout. There we go. A roundabout. And we are now... I think we're going to be okay. I think it's going to be good. We're going to want rail. Have I unlocked... I don't think I've unlocked rail. We need to have a look at that. So, let's go into transportation. Yeah, I've got buses. I've got taxis. And I've got ships. Not sure why. Well, I want to have a harbour at some place, but there isn't an outside connection, so I'm going to have to buy the tiles all the way to the outside connection, or just have an internal harbour system with ferries. But what we do want, big time, is going to be the trains. So what we're looking for, transports. There we go. Oh, well, it's a waste of a point. A whole point. Right, okay. Got them. I'm going to want subways as well. So do you know what? I'm going to buy everything down that route. So we now have access to all of the transports. Even if I don't have any immediate plans for the subways, at least I've got them now, right? We've got 40 degrees is a normal summer. 35 today. 12 is freezing. 12 is cozy. For me. Right. Just because I'm so adjusted to it. The last chilly spell that we had, we've got another one coming, I think, from this weekend. But the last chilly spell we had, my shop floor, and this was perishing, right, didn't rise above 5 Celsius all day. The closest it got was 4.5, and that was the one time of the day where, because the sun's really low in the sky for us at the moment, there's a short spell where between two buildings, where basically where you hear all these sirens coming from, it's a fairly main road. It's only a one lane in each direction road, but it's the main road into town, so it's busy, hence the sirens. And it's moderately wide. I mean, I'm in the commercial area, so therefore we have wide pavements. Cities Skylines, you'll understand why pavements. So yeah, we've got wide pavements. It's quite a wide road. Plus it's slightly asymmetrical because of the turn off into my road. I'm just off of the main street. And anyway, the whole point is the road is quite wide at that point. So therefore, there's a short spell where the sun, at its lowest point this time of year, crosses between the building at the end on my side of the street and the building at the end on the other side of the street. And it was at that point in the day where the sun streamed in. I'm south facing. The sun, which is obviously different for you, yours would be north facing. But south facing, which means I face the sun, but it was the only time of the day where we got direct sunlight. And it was glorious. It was dazzling. It was so dazzling. I couldn't see. I was serving customers or whatever. I couldn't see you. I was looking at it. It was like blearing into the sunlight. But yes, it was just enough to... I added about 1 Celsius to the temperature of the store. It nearly got to 5 Celsius. Typically, it was between 2 and 3. And I can't operate in those temperatures, even though I'm used to it. Sorry, I'm waffling. I should be doing something here. But yeah, weather. Us Brits do love talking about it. Right, the train. We're going to want a train station. What train stations do we have? Right, allows passengers... oh, we go. Rail yard. A large complex used for storing, sorting and maintenance of trains can be upgraded. Well, so we are going to need that before we can place any of the... But where are we going to put this?
Does anyone see my keys? Keys.
I don't know. does feel like it needs to be...
And I just lost my keys. I'm sure
Kind of feels like it needs to be over here.
brown sedan parked-
This is the industrial area.
Oh, wait.
And
Please don't
I'm
steal
thinking
my car. I mean, the old
maybe
door
in
buckle,
here.
please.
This is flatland.
Oh, good.
Okay, we haven't bought the tile yet.
Never mind.
But if we go with that in here, because we are going to have the rail feed in this way. I might want it actually over this side. Okay, here's the plan. I think we bring the rail over. Not sure where we're going to bring the rail over. That'll be the next issue. Hang on. Bring the rail over
We'll be back after.
this way. It's very tight to the highway, isn't it?
And when business is doing well,
I might have to
that's what
elevate
it's
the
all
entire
about.
stretch along here. But yeah, bring the rail in this way. We'll go for the depot here. Where did I want the... What's the... Let's call... I'm going to have it over here. I'm going to have both over this side. All the rail stuff is going to be in this area here. So let's do it. We're going to want the tiles first. Tiles are needed. So, excuse me. We're also going to need access to the main rail line. How many have I got? I've got 15. That shouldn't be a problem. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that's what's going to be needed for all of that. 9. Might need that one to be able to elevate the rail from 10. I'm going to get rid of that one, take it back down to 9. I think that's... We might get away with not needing that. We'll buy that one if we need it, but I think these are the ones that we're... I'll get rid of that one as well for the moment. These are the ones that I think we absolutely are going to need to be able to make this work. Right, so now... Now. No. Lowest you've experienced is -4. Well, there's a running joke as when it's really cold over here, it's always -2. If you know what I mean. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Things disappear on the appendage when it's cold. Anyway, let's remove this bit of the rail line here. That looks like it goes downhill. Does that go? Oh, does that go downhill? Hang on. I need to know. Where's my? Hang on. Maybe it does just a little bit. Maybe it's just a bit of a optical delusion. I don't know. I think it does drop a little there. Hang on. There is a way of finding out, surely. No. Tooling. That's the one. This height. It would be nice if this told you the height that you're working at. It just tells you the size of the brush and the strength, not the actual elevation that you're at. That's something for modders to add. Oh yeah. One more back. Now we'll bring in the rail. Double train track. That's what we want, isn't it? I think. We are going to want to elevation step 1.2. I can live with 1.2. 2.1 is probably a bit too much. Also elevated. How high are we now? We are definitely elevated. That's 1 degree. Let me bring that a little bit further. How high are we actually? Oh, we're not even high enough to be... Oh, we'll work this out. Hang on. Let's get a section that is definitely high enough. 8.75 is definitely high enough. But now, are they... I think they might just about connect, you know. 1.9. Yeah, nobody's going to notice, are they? Is anybody going to notice? I think I might notice, but it'll be fine. I'm gonna have to put like a slight curve into the line here. Now the question is overlapping items. Don't give me that rubbish. .5. That's too steep. I have to draw that line back a bit. There we go. Now, can we make this work? Was that out city limits? That's just typical, isn't it? Exceed city limits. Oh, you're annoying me. Minus 0.5. If I go down that far, I'll bring it out a little bit further. Okay, I have to push it up. Maybe bring it in. We'll find there in a second. Come on. Minus 1.3. Might have to come in the other way. Pardon me if I'm ignoring chat at the moment. I'm concentrating. I'm in concentration mode. Now what? Hang on, what would that be? That's 2.4. Oh, I can just about live with it, I think. Hang on. Oh, bulldoze. Bulldoze. I'm trying that again. Transportation. Bring this out. To about there. Six. 1.3 and 2.5. I think I can live with that. Right, so we now have an elevated section. Two elevated sections. Oh, that's going to work really well. Okay. I think we will. That needs to be up. with the little curve. And then here, this could be worse. Why am I going up? Hey, where's this going to go here? Oh, I need to go up this way, don't I, really? That's the route I'm going to need to take, up that way. Okay, that's not a problem. We'll try that again. This time we'll do it without being an absolute moron. Be interesting if we could get that to about the same height. They do appear to be about the same height. We managed to avoid. It's a bit sharp. That's probably a bit too sharp, but do you know what? I'm happy-ish with it. That's better. As is that. There we go. That's much more curvy. Beautiful. And that just leaves us with... That's where those two... I just love this. Look at this. It's almost like somebody actually planned that into the game. Which they clearly did. Do need to drop it down though, don't I? So we'll try that again. Let me have a quick look at the chat. I finished dinner early. You got a stream. Well done, Stark. Good to have you along. That sounds good right now. Oh, breakfast sounds good right now. Haven't really... I have eaten, but it wasn't really what you call breakfast. But it'll do for now. Right, it'll do for now. Oh, little reminder, if you haven't hit the like button, now is a very good time to do so.
What kind of future does music
Why would you not? Be rude, as they say, not to.
Here on Second Move, we know you can't move forward unless you keep both eyes steadily trained on what's behind.
We will.
This just in from traffic. If you're
Let me
thinking
trace
about
against it
getting
from
the street,
there.
you can expect delays on the major roads, especially during rush hour.
Good to know, Jim.
There we go.
Seems like
This is
everyone's
starting
in
to
a hurry
feel
to get
better.
somewhere
Although,
fast.
is that now too low?
It's worth slowing
We're
down.
about to find out if that
And
is
if
too
you
low.
can, plan your trip outside the road.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know. I'd
Well,
rather
the
wait
line's
till
going in the right
traffic
direction.
Start thinking about everything all the time. Besides, if I did that, I'd never get
Well, it
anywhere.
was, but apparently that was one entire segment.
That's right.
Well, that was a waste of time. Welcome to Wasting Time with BonBonB. I'm BonBonB. You're very, very welcome.
Welcome,
Right.
Professor. So a housing shortage is bad for the
Oh
people trying to
man.
move here.
Hang on. Hang on.
Program to desire certain representations within ideological rewards.
There.
Which are
This would make
entirely
more sense.
apart from the actual rewards enjoyed. For example, consider
What's
capital.
the...
Right, well, one final
That's
question, Professor.
well within
Is the
tolerances.
housing shortage going to make me
Now we can just connect these up as if it was meant to be all the time. Because that connects to there. This connects to there. Oh, it's so beautiful. Credit where it's due. I never give credit enough, but now I do. Okay. We have rail. This feels a bit wibbly, but I think if we put some trees in here or something, it does feel unnecessarily wibbly. Really unnecessarily wibbly. How? I've got to be able to do that better, surely. I have to be able to do that better. That's ridiculous. Right. Can it be done as a straight line? There's the question. Oh. Hang on, am I in roads? What am I in roads for? Oh, was I checking for lines of terrain? I don't even believe I just did that. Right, we'll try that again. Okay. Overlapping item. Invalid shape. Exactly the same thing, but track back also it's a little too high, but I think we are definitely at a point that's better. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Right, so we want that depot, the rail yard. Road required. Well, that's not going to be a big problem, is it? If I put it that way round. Is here a place? Just rotate the okay, I'm gonna bring the road in the long way. Something like this. Does feel like it should be off to the side though, doesn't it? So this route can go straight into the terminal. I am going to move that. I'm not happy with that. Move you just up there. It's an awkward angle though, again. Awkward angle. That sort of shape would be easy to connect into. We've got room here for some kind of shenanigans there. That's definitely workable. Oh dear. I do feel we're at about 1.25 meters here, aren't we? Right, well this definitely feels like it should just be a simple question now. Well that's just got to be single lines, but which direction? Which direction is that line going? Is that... Oh, it's a two-way, one-way Jeffro, isn't it? That's what that is. There we are. That's what we're looking for. And we're going to do something similar here, I think. Look, let go. Thank you. I'm trying. I'm so trying. Nobody knows that. And then the 2 double doodloos straight up to about there. And curve this one. It was going so well. Right, that connects up well. We do have this as a problem, but as problems go, I can probably live with it for now. We're gonna need the road connected in there as well. Temporary fixed solutions might be required, and then the cargo terminal, cargo train terminal. Right, if I were... Road entrance is on the left. You know what? How about just parking it alongside? Does that feel about right? Road required, overlapping items. What's overlapping? There's something there. Oh, it's just the edge of the... Okay. This extends a little bit further than it pretends it extends. Okay. Okay. I might buy that next tile up above it. Did say we might have to buy that one. We are going to do exactly that. Now, back to this guy. Road required. We will give you a road. Don't worry about that. There will be a road coming. That can go there. And then that leaves us with... This can go a single... That's just a single line in and out. Apparently it is. How am I going to make all of that work for a turnaround? That definitely needs to connect, doesn't it? I mean, it's my rail depot. I'm pretty sure the trains spawn here. And if that's the case, well, maybe they don't. Let's see if we can't connect them. Back to, it would help if I had rail lines again. Is this a single track? It is a single track. Not even been proposed to, poor fella. That's too sharp. I can't have that. It was an idea. It's an idea that didn't work, but it was an idea. How about we just connect this up first of all? It'll feel better once I've connected up this, won't it? Overlapping items, don't give me... It's not overlapping, it's connecting, you piddle. There we go. Curve too tight. Let's not get angry. Don't get angry. Stay calm. It's actually... Everything's fine. Overlapping items. Is that just... Oh, hang on. Bring it back up to... There you go. Just be useful if it snapped to the node, regardless what height you're asking for. Mind you, I can understand why that wouldn't necessarily be a good idea either. I don't understand why that is... Is that... Can be very tetchy. Bring you out. Bring you down. And before I finish that, just click that. Why you no clicky? No clicky, huh? Right, so apart from the road connections and these rail connections at the top, which I really have got to do something with. I mean, the obvious thing is to go all the way loop around the outside of this building, but it does feel, especially as I've got to connect the road in. Don't really want the rail connecting around that way, but similarly doesn't really, I mean, it might have to go that way around this way. We've got just enough room with the terrain here to be able to make that work. I don't know.
Second Moon Radio with your host, J. Thomas Hornbuckle. Tune in tomorrow for a second chance to hear the music.
Any ideas in the chat?
And on to
I can't wait till Move It mod comes in and just node heights. Yes, I'm totally with you, Stark. Totally with you on that one. There's no discussion there.
You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Jarva mate, or so my wife tells me. That's good for
I don't know
business
how I'm going to
and
do this.
good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be
I think they're in the right locations.
Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boat.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda.
But I don't know about how we're going to connect them from the back. I mean, it might just have to. I mean, we're going to go for some kind of giant... Where are we? Everything's in place there, isn't it? Yeah. Exceed city limits, so I don't really want to go that way unless I have to. See, this does make sense, other than, how are we going uphill or downhill here? Don't know. Oh, this is definitely uphill. I could go cutting. That might work. Okay, got an idea. It's not a very good one, but I've got an idea. Bear with me on this. Right. 0.7, 1.2. 1.5. Minus 1.2. Not sure exactly how deep we are here, but this actually might just be the solution. I think it is going to be the solution, actually. Oh, no, I don't quite want to click there, but do you know what? I think it's going to work. Right, let me get this gradient sorted now. I need to start coming back up. Got 1.2 back upwards. Okay, now let's work backwards. Let's work backwards on this. Overlapping items. Oh, we've got this stupid thing again where I'm -5 meters at the moment. There's that. Bring this up to here. That could be a thing like that. Does everything just connect up to that now? I'm not sure what the -2.2. Do you know what? I can probably live with that. I'm going to have to do a little terrain work there though. That. Okay, let's grab the... Don't mind a little bit of terraforming here and there. Just gonna have to go down. Even further. Softened. Let's see whether that's going to make the difference. Okay, you come out from here. That's saying, what am I doing here? Douche. Do you know what? We'll just connect everything up a little bit further up. It's going to just make life a little bit easier, I think. Whoosh. Don't quite want that to happen. Again, let's see what we can do. With... What was that? Why were you being a cutting? I don't see there was any real reason for that. Double line. Single line. I'm gonna actually take this all the way back. I think we can make this work better. We're not far off having single. And then the sweep down and around might be a little bit on the steep side. We will have to see. Okay. what happens here is probably too steep, but we won't know till we've tried it. Minus 6.7, absolutely, but that's not a problem. We're on a hill. If I draw that back, again, all the way back to that. Really difficult to see where the nodes, etc., are on this. Right, so let's just terraform the heck out of that. Now we don't have a hill to worry about. We do have... do you know what? I think it'd be kind of cool if we just bring this to there. To there. To there. And then... That's not aligned properly there, is it? There we go. Then that will all connect in, I imagine, quite well now. I hope. Because we're now not starting on the hill. Oh God. Not starting on the hill. It should... .4. Oh God. Even that. I thought I had that lined up perfectly. .5. Yeah, go on. It's not too bad. And then 2. Do you know what? About 2% is within tolerances. I always say 1 to 2%. I always said that for Cities Skylines 1. I'm not changing that for Cities Skylines 2. I'd like it to be a little bit less sharp, but it's not so bad. Hey, what do you know? We have we are all connected, apart from the roads. Right there, probably the least of my problems, especially now that I put that through a cutting. Means I don't have to do a huge bridge here. In fact, this will just cut across there nicely, won't it? I think ground level virtually. Hey! What? Oh, do you know what? I thought that the angle of that for a second made it look like the worst jinky janky in the world. Okay, let's get the basic roads down. We can always move the roads later. Right, that's a simple road there. We need to get to the car park over here, so let's extend that all the way to the end of there. Right. Does feel that this intersection now is not fit for purpose, but I'm not gonna fret on it. I think what we'll do is we'll use the 3-lane road here. Oh, blimey, hang on. Try that again. That's the one. The 3-lane road here. Did I want that to be a bridge? I probably didn't, did I?
You're listening to Second Moon, epitome of classical
What the other
listening at
option?
home
Nah, we don't
or
want a bridge.
wherever you
Just a
roam.
standard highway crossing type joblet. Then what? Why are you snapping to everything apart from now? Right, hang on a second. Let's get rid of guidelines. Get rid of the guidelines. Hang on, I'm still in bridge. Don't want bridge. Bring that through here, connect that up to there, bulldoze that off of that. Right, we have ourselves a smooth bridge going on there. This actually, that's fine. No, it's not fine. No, it's not fine. Stop saying it's fine when it's not fine. There we go, that's more fine. Although we probably will. There we go. That'll do. That's better. Now, we need to bring this bridge. Having stuck that into a cutting, mind you, we are going uphill, mind you, here, so it might be. Come on. I've got the wrong road. That's why it's not connecting. There we go. Minus 3.3. Throw a little curve into here. Minus 2.7. We've got the right sort of height there. Oh, well, now we haven't got the guideline switched on. We could do with it. And steeper than I would like it. I want to draw this line back and connect it in from this angle. There it is. What elevation am I at? I'm now at the right elevation. Means all I've got to do now is connect it up. There we go. That's smooth. Smooth. Apart from this one over here. But actually, that doesn't worry me so much because there's not going to be a huge amount of freight traffic. Well, there's going to be very little traffic. Oh, God, I'm losing my mouse mat. There we go. Come back to me, mouse mat. We'll do a little curve down this way. We'll go for a straight line run through here. And then we will actually level crossing it. Because, like I say, there's only stuff coming out of the depot. And the only vehicles coming up to this are going to the depot. So that, for me, is not really the biggest of worries. Excuse me. So, does that give us power and water? I think it does. I think it does. It's only the dirt bridges that don't carry water, isn't it? Yep, we have water. And we are going to definitely have, in that case, power. Those missing chunks are in the lines themselves, the rail lines. So that's not a problem. I think we've done a thing there. I think we have done a thing. A bit of coffee, a bit of cold coffee, blimey. Thanks, Stark. Yep. I'm sure I could do an even better job, but in terms of the shape of that, I think it makes some kind of sense. I didn't end up having to buy any tiles over here either. On the, it's a white mouse on a white background. See this tree here? There we go. So it's where my mouse is. So we didn't have to buy this tile over here. After all that, we're still going to have to do something similar to that, though. Not now. I'm going to wind it up in a few minutes. For the passenger terminal, passenger station, which, again, I think is going to have to live, I mean, probably down in this area here, right by the, there we go, start that off. By this, because this is noisy. Passenger station in this area, maybe. We've got the roads to bring traffic into the passenger station. Yeah, I think that would work. But yeah, this is I don't think this sends out any trains until I set up a line. But I don't know that other than outside connections, do I have any real desire for lines. But that's going to hold 15,500 tons. Good grief. Oh, I didn't look at... Oh, hang on. How about expansions? I better have a look at this. Upgrades. Additional storage. That might be a problem. It's going to have to go on the back, which will mean that road's going to have to be shunted. Mind you, that road could come all the way around the outside, couldn't it? So that's not a problem. We'll move this road. Do you know I'm going to do it now? Screw it. Pause the sim. We can do this, I think. Forgot we were elevated though, so we're going to go from a bridge into a bridge, but let's say, oh, I forgot it's a blinking bridge. Oh, that's taking out my clean stuff, isn't it? I'll stuff it. Okay, whatever. What are we looking for here? Straight line. And then why are we we've just gone straight down the ground. Hang on a second. We can fix this. What height are we here? Not sure. Well, that seems happier. Still not good. Still not good. We're getting there though. Why are we on elevation step back up to 10 meters? It's very... Oh, God! We'll get there. Don't you dare fiddle about with me, mate. I've got this game sussed. It's going to be fine. There we go. It's not ideal having an elevator, but it is traffic light controlled, so it does feel at least moderately safe. And again, there's not going to be a huge amount of traffic heading through that way, so I'm happy with that. That leaves us room now if we want to add the additional storage. What was this one? This was extra tracks. Increase capacity for more trains. Oh, look how fit that fits. Oh my God. Sorry, that's been done right away. It's just got to be done. Even if we don't need it, we're going to have it. Question is, and I don't think it will allow for any more lines, but it'd be great if you just keep adding lines. That would be so cool. Pretty sure I saw that that was the oh, that's a bit of a wonky connection there. Let me try that again. Hang on, we'll get there. Oh, we will get there. Come on.
You're tuned in to Second Moon, the channel where the classics never grow up.
I think it's got to be like that. Anything I could think of maybe that might be able to fix it would be no, that's definitely not made it any better, is it? Oh, using the old snapping technique might be a fix. Okay. Excuse me, not that one. Right, I think we bulldoze this middle section. Again though, could I fix that with this? It's a bit wibbly wobbly, but at least that connection there is smoother. Yeah, it's too wibbly wobbly. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I can do better. I will do better. I must do better. Even if it is encroaching into my own time now, I cannot spare much more time. I'm going to have to go soon. Just not happy with this switch. You know what? I'm going to switch all of the snapping off. Still not happy with it. Snapping on to start. In theory, that'll do. It's not great, but it gets rid of this, right? And if we put something there to make up for it, I don't know, a thing, right? Just a thing. That'll be great. Right, let me just double check to make sure we can't add any extra lines. I'm pretty sure we can't. So, boosh, yeah, that's the extra lines dealt with. Storage, like I say, we've got room for one on there if we want it. We don't have room for any others because I've basically clumped. Oh, no, I've done it. Look, I've done it. All right. It's just done. Does this thing have any extra add-ons? It does. Dedicated facilities to make the train maintenance faster. Increase capacity for more trains. Don't think we need to worry about either of those things right now. But that is the budget track. Hide with a load of trees. Yeah, there's all of that. I mean, I'm thinking, what, in terms of this? Hang on. There we go. Oh, don't want to do that. There we go. Right. Developer mode. Comes in handy for a bit of detailing. We had to go around the barn because it's a listed building. Right. I'm quite pleased. Right, we got a bit more high density demand. So I'm going to go in and deal with that right away. Pause the sim. We will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going with this one. Couple of biggish buildings there and there. Small gap in between so people can look out the windows and they don't get this. In fact, let me do that. Sorry everybody in that building, but it just was too cramped. Had to be dealt with. Right, start the simulation off. Oh, I was hoping for a bigger building than that. I gave you space. How dare you not use all of the space allotted? Right. Anyway, I think we're getting close because I have work to do now. I have got a job. I've got a job to do. But yeah, that's for me. That's a success. I'm going to have to start at some point making districts. I think. I mean, this central downtown, as it will be the downtown area, is going to be the high-rise area, and then as we push out, and we know we're going to have the train station, passenger station here, and we've got residential pushing up the peninsula here, so all of this area of residential, we shall drag that out, and we'll have suburbs coming out this way as well. That's the university up there. I didn't point that one out. I popped that in off stream when I was doing my own personal time. We have the college and the high schools down. This is like an academic area down here by the bridge. Industrial. Well, there's not really that much industrial demand yet. Maybe with the export facilities now, maybe that might make a difference. But yeah, we've got industrial going on here, and again, I'll probably push that down into this area over here as well, just because. And then I think there's some ore here, or it might be down here somewhere down this area. There's ore that we can access We already have a coal mine up that way as well. So yeah, I'm trying to separate the city, the industrial, from the living and the commercial by the use of this this strait here. That's the thought process there. Yeah, this part of the intersection, we're going to have to probably retool it, have it head going off in like a 45-degree angle, but that's not going to be something we have to worry about just for a while. And we can extend, let's say, the population down into this woodland area. Give me a little bit more, because we have got a lot of low density residential demand, but I can't really do much with that until we can start really breaking into this area, which will require this. So maybe that will happen fairly early doors, possibly, or maybe we just leave it. Let me go and have a close look again. Maybe we just, I don't know. I don't know. I'll come up with something, probably. But yeah, that's I think that's how we're going to work that. It kind of fits for me. Everything's growing. What is the population? Population at the moment, just over 10, nearly 11,000. -9. Yep, chilly. And we'll have the new day. What's it called? Traffic, peak time, peak flow. What's the word? Rush hour. There we go. They'll come eventually. Have the rush hour coming up soon as well. So that's something to look forward to. Oh, I didn't mean to snapshot, but I've just done one. Aren't I good? Yeah, go away, please. Thank you very much. Okay, that was that. Hi, Tygon. Guess what? Have a guess. Yeah, you got it. The stream is coming to an end because I've got to go and do some work. So, thanks for arriving. We've achieved today. We've popped in the new main intersection over here, replacing the trumpet. So that's gone in. We've downgraded the highway to the bridge. Popped in a little roundabout here so that we can start accessing these two areas. The passenger station will go here, and then I have tooled over here a rail access for freight, and we've also got our train depot down here as well, and that's all connected in as well, so we can now start exporting via the rail, which I think might prove popular. I hope so. But I think that's going to be it for today. I've got nothing else to say, but thanks a lot, Tygon. It's all your fault. Always Tygon's fault. Yeah, it might be something to do with, you know what, I blame Tygon. Yes, it. Tygon, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't have to go and do some work. Shocking. Oh, yes, it was really quiet. We're in December. I'm in the candy industry. I should have a queue going around the block. Yesterday was dire. Mind you, I'm not your first port of call for Christmas shopping. Christmas shopping is, you know, people go to the high streets, they're doing it online, they go into out-of-town shopping centres, the big ones, the lakesides, and off to Brighton and down to Portsmouth, and the big city towns with the big shopping complexes. They go and do, yeah, and then once you've got all that done, you've got your box stores, your supermarkets. And I tend to be low down on the list of priorities for shopping for Christmas, so I tend to be a little quieter. But yesterday was a nothing. I could have basically streamed all day yesterday and not really lost anything. It was shocking. But there you go.
Pending updates to our power
Shadow.
the city
Okay,
will
I
experience
know
only
that. Let me
once.
see if I can't.
We urge the public to remain calm during
That
these
plane
times of
there.
service and to follow the guidelines
Pretty
of
sure the
city
shadow
council
it cast
and
down
help
there was
plan
circular.
temporary events.
Draw distance.
This has been a local
Yeah,
public
I thought we had a UFO.
Local authorities
Anyway,
are urging the public to conserve water
just
and
seeing
reduce
the
burden on
YouTube
the
info
city
for
during
this.
this water shortage.
For the stream.
Consider
Cities
installing
Skylines
a
13.
flush toilet, cut back on water
Will I be
use,
doing
and
any map reviews? A good question, Tiger.
this
Good
is
question.
local public
I've said this before. I will say it again. So first of all, the vanilla maps I am going to do. It's going to be soon. When I say soon, I mean I would imagine before the year is through. So we're now what, the 12th? So sometime in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to sit down and do some map reviews. The map reviews will be different, and if and when Paradox mods ever gets released and custom maps are available, map reviews will be different. I did say this in the previous stream, but I'm going to say it again now for anybody who's listening in for the first time on this one. The
Maintenance services have already
reason
dispatched
what
traffic
map
control
happened for
vehicles
Cities
in the area.
Skylines 1
But if you're planning a quick trip out,
was
you
because
might want to wait
of
for
a
while until
twofold
everything clears
problem
up.
within the system.
You already know about it. No use
Part
in
1,
reminding you.
the Steam search engine stinks in terms of looking for something specific. You're looking for a good map, you're looking for a flat map, you're looking for a map that is, I don't know, you're looking to rebuild, forget New York, I don't know, Bristol in the United Kingdom. I'm trying to think of a town in the world. There's too many to choose from. My brain shut down. So you're looking to do Bristol in the United Kingdom. Now, if you're looking to do Bristol, there will be maps of Bristol out there, but which are the good ones? You're reliant on the creator actually doing a decent screenshot. But a decent screenshot doesn't necessarily mean a decent map. So you've got all of that. So you go, right, well, I've now found my map of Bristol that I want to build on. And then you load up the game. And you'd sit at the Paradox in a Colossal Order logo for like 15-20 seconds. And then you're at the main screen. And then you start a new game. And then you wait for the game. And now, depending on your PC, that would take anything from maybe a minute to load to possibly, I don't know, 15-20 minutes if you've got a potato for the map to load. So you were taking a gamble on that map being any good, and then once you've loaded up the map and you look at it and you go, oh god, this is awful, and it might take you a few hours, because once you start building on the city, sometimes you don't know for a while until you bought a couple of extra tiles whether a map is any good or not. So the map review was kind of needed, because just to have a look at a map, best case scenario, would take you about 15 minutes. Best case. And that's if you had a decent PC. So in terms of subscribing to the map, for finding one, subscribing to it, and then whether or not the map is any good, the earliest you would know is 15 minutes. Different now. Now, first of all, we don't know what Paradox Mods' search engine is going to look like. Let's assume it's as bad as Steam. Let's assume that. Okay, it's got to be better. But then Cities Skylines 2 had to be better than what we've got so far. So, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say it's no worse than the Steam search engine, right? They promise us things like tags and whatever. So it should be better. But even if it's not, you go onto the Paradox Mods and you look for maps of Bristol. You find, say, 5 of them. You subscribe to all of them. And then you load up the game, which takes a few moments. And then you load up the first of those maps, which takes a few moments. And you look at it and you go, oh, this stinks. This is horrible. And then you start a new, without having to shut the game down, you start a new map, which takes a few moments. And so that means that the requirement for a full in-depth what map review, say 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes, that's gone. You don't need an in-depth review anymore. You need an overview, some nice cinematics, idea of how the resources are laid out. There will be the map perfectionists that want to see, oh, hang on a second, are there any jinky jankies, you know, is there an essential lighthouse? So, yeah, whatever. You're going to have those people. But at the end of the day, it just isn't necessary to have a full in-depth map review anymore, just because you can switch between maps in moments. So the old City Skylines 1 style map reviews are definitely not going to happen with City Skylines 2. Not saying there won't be map reviews, I feel they will be, but it'll probably be a once a week show showcasing a few of them. And then yeah, we'll see. We'll just have to see. I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but it's gonna, you know, something will happen. Something will definitely happen, but not until. But we do, like I say, the vanilla maps do need reviewing. I know a couple of people have at least have done them already, and great, good for them. I know people come to me for my opinions, so I will of course be doing them. But there, I think this is probably one of the better ones. Lakeland's map. It's definitely feels nicely playable. It's quite interesting. We've got interesting shorelines. It's not stupidly hilly. It's got a few ways to attack the map. I find the rail a little bit disinteresting, but you know, I've made it work, I think. And that's it, really. So yeah, there will be the vanilla map reviews between now and the new year. I've got a couple of tutorials I need to pump out, but I'm a little bit lacking of enthusiasm at the moment for tutorial making after the electricity one, which, like I say, was 36 hours of work, and I think I've got about 360 views. I have not looked lately, but let me have a quick look. Videos. There we go. 355 views I'm officially on at the moment for the electricity one, which was what, 10 viewers for every hour I spent working. 1 viewer for every 6 minutes I spent working on the tutorial. And I knew it wasn't going to get many views. I knew it wasn't, but even then, 360 it's a disgrace, really, in terms of the number of views in total. Given the amount of players that City Skylines have got, you think that YouTube would show at least the links, the impressions, and let people have an option. But that's been the problem, is that the impressions on that video. So let me see if I can't find it for you. Yeah, 2 new subscribers off of the video. Engagements, there we go. Oh, reach should be good. Yes, so click-through rate of 2.2%. It's a little on the low side, to say the least. But what can you do? But the people that have come and watched the video have watched a lot of it. It's got a fairly high retention, way above my average, almost double my average. So the people that have come have watched it and have basically, have appreciated it. It's just the people aren't. I mean, maybe it's a thumbnail, but I want all the thumbnails to be part of a set, so once people know what they get, what they where are we? Once they've got used to the idea you can come to BonBonB for the good tutorials, the thumbnail, you just go, oh, there's the electricity one. It's not I don't want thumbnails that are sort of like, you'll never guess what I can do with a power line. Oh god, please no. Please don't force me to go down Mr. Beast routes. You know, I want to be as rich and famous as Mr. Beast. No, I don't want to be as famous. I want to be as rich as Mr. Beast. I'm not worried about fame. It's the money. Give me money. I want to be able to put my heating on. It's so cold. But anyway, yeah, I'm not. It's not going to happen until tonight anyway. But yeah, what have we got going on? Never use a Steam workshop for City Skylines. Oh, you missed a treat, Tygon. Hi Syntax. Hiya. Oh, the Steam search engine. The way it was calibrated, it had quirks, but in terms of looking for a good map, basically maps are rated by either a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Thumbs down were overpowered, so if you wanted to scupper somebody else's map, you give it a thumbs down, and somebody did work it out, but it probably needs something like about 20 thumbs up cancels out 1 thumbs down or something like that. I think Bringer of Fire worked that one out, so I can't remember the exact numbers, but it was I mean, my maps never did well because the amount of people that used to enjoy giving them a thumbs down, because I did the map review of their map and gave it 2 stars or whatever, and then anytime I release a map after that, they give me a thumbs down. So my maps never did well. Partly also probably because my maps weren't very good, but you know. But and then the search engine, when you're searching for the best maps, the default settings for the search engine were for the best maps of all time, because why would you not want to look at the best maps of all time? And because the maps that were released when the game was released half years ago now, well, that was when the biggest player base was. Those are the maps that got the most votes, and they got the most upvotes. And because they got the most upvotes, those maps that when the game first came out, before we had any mods to make maps any better, before we had decent assets to put into the maps, those are the best maps of all time. Now there are a few that have snuck through onto the front page, and again, Bringer of Fire specifically is one to point out on that one. But yeah, you've got the best maps of all time, and they're all right. They hold up well. Scotland, Tom, etc., and the likes were light years ahead of everybody else at the time, and of course they're going to be good maps. But they're the maps that get shown to you, and then it's like I say, because of the way that you can one downvote, and if you've got 2 or 3 Steam accounts, you know, if somebody's got 3 Steam accounts and they use all 3 to vote down somebody's map, which I know has happened to my maps, I know. I'm not mentioning names. I know who as well. I don't care. It's whatever. You know, I'm I'm not here. Just it's fine. It's absolutely fine. But yeah, they 2 or 3 Steam accounts to downvote, and it can just completely turn. It's not a great system. Not a great system at all. But there you go. Whereas with the Paradox mods, hopefully it'll have things like where people can actually put because I mean, I know Steam has the comments, but Paradox mods, if they can have some like way of actually adding a few words to your review, you proper review the map. Is there a need for a what map? I could just get on and enjoy life. So things goes.
A driving advisory has been issued.
Every one of your maps has 3. Always 3. Yeah. There's somebody out there who's got one account who just basically... Hi there, Roast. I'm just going to call you Roast. Roost? Anyway, hi Florida. Hello Florida. Yeah, with mine, Snoozeby, it's typically about 7. And there was a while that anytime I posted anything on Twitter, it would get about 7 downvotes. Usually most of them within about 5 minutes of each other. And I'm guessing there what it'll be. Oh, BonBon just posted something on Twitter. Straight onto Discord, hey, go and downvote this now, and the same 6 people would. It's fine. It's like whatever, just whatever. It's fine how they find their entertainment. Let them have their entertainment. You know, it's all good. It's just we go and do the same to them. Yeah. It doesn't help anybody, does it? It just doesn't help anybody. I wouldn't sink to that. Mind you, I did for one When the first time it happened, the first time I worked out who this person was, I gave one of their maps a downvote. I didn't let it affect my review of that map. I gave the map a fair review, and it was a good map. But then, before I left, I just gave it a downvote. And it's not speculation. I know it was that person. But there we go. What do you do? It's sad. There we go. Rose. Is that how you pronounce that? I believe Rose. I will believe anything you tell me. Apart from that's how it's pronounced. I'm just kidding. Right. I am. Look. I was supposed to go half an hour ago. I have work to do. So I'm going to wind this up. It's been an absolute pleasure talking with you guys again. Not sure when the next stream will be. Probably a couple of days. What are we now? Tuesday? Yeah, it might be Thursday, possibly Thursday morning, maybe. So, well, Thursday morning UK time anyway. So, possibly. I'm not promising anything. I don't really have a schedule for these things, but there we go. That's just as it goes. But a little shout out for the socials. If you're not following me on the socials, links are coming up on the screen now. They should also be in the description if you miss any of these, but that's all good. And then yes, that will be it. 2-hour stream. It's an hour longer than my plans, but there we are. I've had a good time. I've got some progress done on the map as well, which is what matters about. Yeah, got the the cargo all sorted out, passenger to follow, and an extension of the low density residential on the next time I build. But that is absolutely it from me. Thanks guys, thanks Stark, thanks Tygon. Back to coding. Yes. Go and do some work, mate. And I am going to enjoy my day. So thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing, for joining me a little bit of a snowy live stream. There'll be more coming. I've been BonBonB. You've been very, very welcome. And I will see you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.
Come here now, girl.